All right, guys, let's see if we can change more minds tonight. What's up next on the low for us, Mia?
Well, we're going to talk about the Education Department is going to cancel student debt for more than 320,000 borrowers. The Department of Education announced it on Thursday. It's going to cancel $5.8 billion in student debt, and the debt forgiveness will go to borrowers with a total and permanent disability. It will be automatically granted using data already available to the Social Security Administration beginning in September. Now, I'm just going to really quick comment off the article there. That's amazing. Do you know how many hoops they made you jump through for any other loan forgiveness previous to this?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
this is automatic.
This is automatic. That the idea that the government is taking it off of their backs, it only makes sense. They are permanently disabled people. Like, they need one less thing to do easily, but they can do this anytime.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yes, it will be automatically granted using data already available to the Social Security Administration beginning in September. And the Education Department said it also plans to stop asking these borrowers to continue to share earnings data after they receive the relief. The Education Department under the Biden administration has also canceled student debt for thousands of students who attended for-profit schools. And they remain under pressure. Don't let up. Don't let up. Just because you get some things, don't let up. From Democrats, advocates, and borrowers to go further and cancel $50,000 per borrower in student debt for all. Biden has asked the Education Department and the U.S. Department of Justice to review his legal authority to forgive student debt through executive action. And the findings of that report aren't public yet, but Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says you don't need Congress. All you need is the flick of a pen. So this is hopefully a domino effect, and student loan debt can be a thing of the past.
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Chuck Schumer, and that's saying it lightly. But damn it, he has been consistent about canceling the student debt for quite a while, and I have to give him credit. I think he's a slime ball of a politician. He's an opportunist at best, but damn it, he's been consistent about this forgiving student loans because he knows that's a win for the Democratic Party. He knows it's a win for the people.
It's a win for the economy.
For everything. Think about it. Who does that hurt?
Fannie Mae.
Okay.
She deserves it.
I'm good with it.
Fannie Mae deserves it on the fanny. Actually, it's Sally Mae, isn't it? I'm getting that wrong.
Well, they were both two different parent companies. There's Sally Mae and Fannie Mae. Yep. But yeah, they're all about opportunistic loans. I still owe over $20,000 on my student loans. I've been out of school for 15 years. And I used the GI Bill, all $30,000 of it, and I still had to borrow $50,000. But just because this doesn't benefit me doesn't make me hate on it either. I'm not disabled. I'm lucky. I got 10 fingers and 10 toes, and I'm mentally and physically capable of work. I'm okay with this, guys. It doesn't have to benefit me for me to be on board with it, and neither should anybody else, you know?
When you get the ball rolling on something, when people see action can happen, it inspires people for further action.
That's right.
Like don't be upset when people get help. Be ready to help more people. That's really what we need to do. Is we need to stop being like, this didn't help me, so screw it. Why should I help? And start realizing helping others is helping you.
But I am suspicious of the timing of it. I will say this. I'm suspicious of the timing because the day before this is when all those videos came out about Afghanistan. About people falling to their death off that plane. Afghanistan becomes a shit show. And he's like, okay, 5.6 billion. Let's get it rolling. 5.6 billion and we'll distract them. I'm not going to forget. We cannot forget that this is a distraction as well. It's a great distraction because it helps 320,000 people. I'm good with it. But the timing makes me suspicious of this machine that says, okay, we're going to spend as much money as we can without attracting too much attention from the wrong people. Yeah, 5.8 billion. When we spend 800 billion on the military,
Oh yeah, dropping the
So
buck.
all those Humvees that we left in Afghanistan, that's just a bunch of student loans that should have been forgiven. But we left them
Way to look at it.
over there. So I'm suspicious of the timing of it. I'm glad it's happening, but I'm very fucking suspicious. So it's only $5.8 billion, guys.
I will say it's not exactly breaking headline news. They're not like throwing parades about it or anything. I had to hunt a little bit to find this. So,
But it does make a big
no.
fucking difference to 320,000 people.
Oh, it does make a huge difference.
Imagine if you're disabled, guys. Imagine being disabled with student loans. I mean, come on, man.
Not just that, but you don't have to then petition and argue that you deserve to get that removed. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Like it never existed.
Well, and Vaughn said something in the comment section too that makes sense. It's $800 billion a year. So this year we wrote off $5.8 billion worth of loans. That's forever gone. It's gone forever. Next year, how about $10 billion?
We could easily end poverty with
let's forgive another 500,000 people's loans, and it's $10 billion. Let's budget paying off student debts. And in 10 years, we could pay them all the fuck off. It's like I think it's I can't remember. I think it's 1.2 or $2.1 trillion. Let's finance this shit out. Let's budget it. The lowest income people, disabled, start there and then work your way up the charts and say pretty soon we're gonna pay them all off. And guess what? Then college is free. We can afford it because then we're not budgeting to pay off other people's incomes or their student loans. I'm sorry. If we can budget paying for school, starting with community colleges, starting with vocational training. We want to incentivize people to go into skilled trades. Pay for that shit.
And increase the benefits available to people who go to vocational schools. I just watched that John Oliver special on the EMS workers and the shit that they're going through. No.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where my son wants to go to. So, of course, I double care.
Hey, Charisse, thank you for saying it. The people dealing with this shit front line, if you're an ICU nurse, if you work directly with patients right now, our government owes you. They owe you big time. So to me, if you're a frontline worker and you have outstanding debts, again, Chuck Schumer, thank you. Flick of a pen. Your worries are over. That's one less thing to worry about. It's bad enough you're risking your life and your health and your family's health and your community's health. Take care of these people, man. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. Like, you know what? Don't forgive mine. I don't give a shit. Take care of these people, these nurses and doctors that are being, and respiratory therapists that are being overwhelmed, especially in the red states where it's just like nobody gives two shits.
I mean, if you can't afford to pay your student loans, they'll take it out of your taxes at the moment.
Well, they'll sue you. The government will garnish your wages.
It's too many people are struggling for that shit.
We had a young lady that worked at my very first job. I can't say the name of the employers, but my very first job was at a different hospital. And one of the young ladies was a speech therapist. And that's a 6-year degree. And so she owed like $100,000. So she got her first job. She started working. She had a kid. Then she got cancer. And then she defaulted on her loans. They have a 6-month like forbearance thingy. She ran out of all that stuff. They defaulted on her loans. They started taking it directly out of her check. So once she recovered, she goes back to work. They're taking money right out of her check, right out the gate. And they sued her. Like, it's just this whole thing, medical debt and student loan debt.
Shouldn't exist.
We can afford it.
It just shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Especially people risking their lives, man. So that's where we're at, man. What's more important? And right now, it isn't people. It's the economy. That's all they give a shit about is their stock market. Their 401ks are padded. My 401k's never been better. Fuck off. But your 401k doesn't matter until you retire.
Keeping this positive, 320,000 people were cared about here. 320,000 people who some of the most defenseless people in our country were defended. Yep. Hey, that's a win.
That's a lot of people. And again, so we should budget this every year. We should budget it every quarter, every 3 months. Let's pay off some more student loans. Bam, get them done with.
$320,000 at a time.
Yep, we can afford it. And some states already afford. Like in Illinois, if you're a veteran and you get honorably discharged after 2, 4, 5, 10 years, whatever it is, you can go to college for free. The state pays for your education. Won't do it for everybody. I don't understand it. We've got enough money. But yeah, guys. So this is great news. 320,000 people that are on disability have zero student debt in 9 days. They will have a weight lifted off of them. Like we can all imagine what it feels like to pay off a loan. Man, I remember I paid off a car. My car payment was like $440 a month. Then all of a sudden I paid it off. Then the next month I'm like, oh, I got $440 sitting around. That's a great feeling, man. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy for 320,000 people. Unfortunately, they are disabled too. So I don't know. I'm just glad we got to end this on a good note, right? I'm glad you course corrected us. I started going lose my mind again because they should be doing this for everybody.
Disabled. They were disabled before they had the student loans.
Right.
They don't need that on top of it.
Right.
So.
Or they become disabled after they've completed their education. Then something happens: car accident, cancer, whatever, mental health breakdown, whatever it is. They should be taken care of. So
100%.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Chuck Schumer, for sticking to it, man. Keep the heat on them, man. And I'm not a fan of Chuck Schumer, but damn it, he's consistent, and we gotta support them when they're doing the right thing. We gotta incentivize good behavior.
Good behavior.
You let's all make sure we go tweet.
Everybody does, but if somebody does something you like, you have to scream it from the rooftops, even if you don't like them as a person.
Yeah, and we can also just go to social media and be like, "Hey, thank you, whomever, for helping us go through. Thank you, Chuck Schumer, for keep beating this drum. Thank you, Biden administration, for canceling 320,000 people's student loans. Whatever, man. Let's give them positive feedback. That's about all we can do.
So much negative feedback. You heard the phrase, you catch more flies with honey, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't be vinegar.
Let's apply plenty of honey.
That's right. Don't be vinegar, man. Be honey. But yeah, guys, so let us know what you think about that in the comment section. If this applies to you, we want to know, man. If you want to come and share your story, we'd love to hear about someone's student loan being forgiven. If you know someone, guys, send them our way. Give them my phone number. Give them our Twitter. Hit me up anytime, bitches. That's my number. Let them know. We would love to hear their story.
Put that number back up for a second. I'm sorry. Hit me up whenever, bitches. That's right. I love it.
I had that banner saved. It's just there.
That's beautiful, man. I like that.
Because, it's dark times, man. And so hit me up. My phone's right here. I usually answer it. And if I don't answer it, I'm busy. And I get back to you within the day. I always get back with people within the day, no matter what. And if I can't, I'll let you know why. So that's the big one. So, guys, always like, share, subscribe, follow, yakety, yakety, yak. Of course, and thank you all that have always, you guys are always here. Cherise, Elizabeth, Vaughn, always in the house. You guys are consistent, man. I give you that.
Carnage.
We love you guys for it. Carnage and Ron with Braces for Impact. Yeah, they were here earlier. They've been quiet. That's all right, though. But yeah, guys, we'll see you guys next time. And like always, go read a book. Thank you.